Hello everybody, and thank you for joining us here at the Monster Truck Mayhem World Finals. We have got 10 of our best trucks ready for freestyle competition here tonight. Thank you for joining us. I'm Chevy Boy 383 in the commentary booth, and here is a look at our 10 competitors in tonight's freestyle competition. So it's going to be a matter of what the judges have to say. The highest score achievable is a perfect 30, and these drivers are about to let it loose here in freestyle tonight. And we're taking a look at our first competitor right now, and it's the return of Rampage out here in our freestyle competition. Now each competitor out here will have 90 seconds after the first initial hit on an obstacle, and right now Rampage looking to clear the double bus stack. Nice down slide for the Rampage Dodge out here as we get our freestyle competition kicked off. Up and over the car pod now. He's going to get a little crossed up right there. And Rampage on two wheels now, getting a little wild out here for our freestyle fans here on the Monster Truck Mayhem YouTube channel. Thank you guys for supporting this channel. As always, Rampage in trouble right there. Nice little save coming from the Rampage Dodge. But again, like I was saying, thank you guys for the support of this brand new MTD YouTube channel. We appreciate all the feedback that we're getting. If you guys want to see something here on the channel, be sure to leave a comment down below. But Rampage laying down a clinic. He's keeping up some great momentum. Going to go for the not Morgan & Morgan backflip. Gets a little crossed up. And the Rampage Dodge kind of setting the tone for the night's freestyle competition. And again, we have 10 competitors here tonight. Rampage being 1 out of 10. Getting crossed up over the van stack once again. Or the RV stack, rather. Going back over the mountain of cars there. And he's going to ride a nice slap wheelie across the arena floor. An awesome job right here by Rampage. So again, he's got 25 seconds left on the clock. Got to look for something a little bit more spectacular out here to judge really high with our freestyle judges. And Rampage, again, setting the tone. Going to go one more time for the not Morgan & Morgan backflip and barely gets enough rotation. And Rampage looks like he's going to shut it down right there at that big van stack. So a couple of highlights here tonight. Clears the double right here. That really got things kicked off with a lot of momentum. Goes for the not Morgan & Morgan backflip for the first time. Got crossed up right there again. And the Rampage Dodge just kind of going through the remnants of that RV right there in freestyle. So we're going to send it over to our judges zone again. He was competitor number 1 out of 10. Going to wrap things up with a 7, a 7, and a 7. So a total of 21 for the Rampage Dodge to get us started in our Monster Truck Mayhem World Finals Freestyle here tonight. Next up in our freestyle competition, we're going to be taking a look at Avenger, the Black Widow Special Edition, getting crossed up right out of the gate. Avenger already putting it on the ragged edge. First hit as the clock continues to go down. He's got 1:20 on the clock to lay down. He just watched what Rampage put out there. He knows he's got to try to outdo that and really set the bar for our freestyle competition. So if there's anybody out there that we know can lay down a solid freestyle pass or have one come up just short, it's going to be the Avenger machine. And also, we got to give a big shout out to our track crew and officials that put this place together in under 24 hours. Now, we know it's not a slop job like the Odd Games account over on the MTD game, but we've tried to make it a little interesting out here. We weren't just trying to spam tracks throughout all the community levels. So we were able to get this track up and going specifically for this video, and we hope you guys appreciate some of the effort that went in to this track here at the World Finals. Avenger so far gets the not Morgan & Morgan backflip. A lot better rotation than what we saw out of Rampage earlier tonight. And Avenger now getting a little crossed up. He looks a little out of shape right there, probably a little bit dizzy from that not Morgan & Morgan backflip. One more time over the center pod now. Avenger really laying down a solid freestyle performance. And now we're getting some awesome donuts out here for Avenger. Again, he's really setting the bar a lot higher than what Rampage did. Rides out a nice wheel stand across the stadium floor, and Avenger's run is about to wrap up here. A solid freestyle performance for the Avenger Chevrolet out of Columbus, Michigan. Gets it up on the moonwalk, got a little out of shape, but again, something we haven't seen here, and that will wrap it up for the Avenger 57 Chevy Bel Air. Looking back at the highlights, look at the air by the Avenger machine, just sends it all the way across the stadium floor, and then right here, gonna go up and over the double. Nice downside with success here for Avenger. Kicks it off into a nice slap wheelie, got a little out of shape right there, and then right here to end out the run, straight up and down sky wheelie, puts it up on the nose, got a little out of shape with the moonwalk, but a solid freestyle performance by the Avenger machine. As we head over to our judges zone right here, looking at the scores, it's going to be an 8, a 7, and an 8 for a total of 23. So a couple of points higher than Rampage. Avenger, your overall leader and in the hot seat here at the Monster Truck Mayhem World Finals. Well, our next competitor coming up is going to be the Stars and Stripes Excalibur, which we saw this scheme debut at the Monster Jam World Finals 25 in Salt Lake City, Utah. An awesome looking machine, and Excalibur out here trying to outdo what Avenger and Rampage just did. So far, so good as he blasts through the RV right there. Excalibur really coming out with a bang, and that's what we want. We want you to announce your presence out here in Freestyle, and the Excalibur Chevrolet doing exactly just that, trying to hit every obstacle that he can, carry the momentum throughout the freestyle run. Gonna get a nice slap wheel. He walks it across the stadium floor. That seems to be the go-to here tonight, and Excalibur nailed it with success here in freestyle. So an awesome job. Looks like he's gonna line up for the double bust jump. Gonna set it on down. Can he capitalize with the backflip right here? Hits it with success, and Excalibur on a rail. A lot of momentum carrying on through this run. Up and over the bus stack now. He's a little out of shape, and over he goes. Excalibur will shut it down with 35 seconds left on the clock. Not sure what happened. Got a bad whip over there over that final bus stack. Looking to blast through the RV right here inside of our MTM replay. Excalibur was just throwing it down in tonight's freestyle competition. Up and over the car pyramid, rides it out with a nice slap wheelie across the stadium floor, and then sets it on back down. Then our next highlight, looking at the not Morgan & Morgan backflip, just executes it with perfection. Good rotation, and then right here, got tripped up on the bus stack of all things. A little small van stack right there. Got a little out of shape with the truck and turned it on over right there where he started the freestyle run. So about 35 seconds short left on the clock. The score's coming in 8-7 and a 6, and it's going to be a total of 21, a tie with the Rampage Dodge here at our Monster Truck Mayhem World Finals. But right now we're kicking things off with our fourth competitor. It's the return of the Michigan Ice Monster Chevrolet, an old 80s classic brought back to life a couple of years ago by the Tomfoolery Motorsports race team, and it's good to see this truck back in competition today. Michigan Ice Monster now out here at the Monster Truck Mayhem World Finals, trying to do what a couple of competitors didn't do before him. Gets on a nice bicycle right there. Going to line up now for the not Morgan & Morgan backflip early. A little low rotation right there, but nonetheless, the Michigan Ice Monster doing a phenomenal job. Up and over the pyramid now. Going to slap it on down. Gets a nice little slap wheelie out of it. Combos it up on the double. Gets out of shape and tags the wall. Michigan Ice Monster now coming in with an incredible start to his Monster Truck Mayhem World Finals debut, and it's a big-time air over the jump now. Michigan Ice Monster starting to pick up the momentum. He's got about 45 seconds left in his freestyle. Crosses up on the car stack right there. And again, momentum is key. So the Ice Monster now launches back up and over the van stack, and the Ice Monster just absolutely throwing it in. Look how out of shape he is with the truck. He's so out of shape, but in control at the same time, if that makes enough sense. Sky wheelie now, up and over the big rail car, and slap wheelie one more time for the Michigan Ice Monster. Little out of shape, and once again, on the double, the same spot he got crossed up in just a few moments ago. Michigan Ice Monster now cleared. Oh, he's in trouble. We thought he cleared it, but he goes end over end. The Michigan Ice Monster, that will wrap up the run. And I gotta be honest, I thought he had the double cleared, and he did not. The rear tires hit the landing ramp, but looking back at the highlights, blasted through the RV here at the World Finals, and again, launches sky high up and over the rail car pyramid, sets it on down, gets a little nice slap wheelie, combos it up right here, gets a little thrown off on the side of the edge, and puts it on two wheels. Good job keeping that truck back together. And then right here, we thought he had it cleared. Watch the rear tires, whammo! Flips the truck end over end, and that'll wrap it up for the Michigan Ice Monster here at the Monster Truck Mayhem World Finals. Going over to our judges' zone, a scores coming in is 9, 7, and a 7, a total of 23 for the Michigan Ice Monster Chevrolet. So he will tie Avenger here in our freestyle competition. So we got one more truck to go in our first half of freestyle, and here comes the Bad Company Chevrolet. Up now over the center pyramid, nice downside right there for the Bad Company machine. And again, he's had 4 trucks come out here before him. He's seen, he lawn darts it right there over the van stack. What a job keeping it together. What Bad Company saw, what those previous trucks did before him. He knows he's got to lay down a barn burner now. He's all out of shape. Can he save it? What a ride for the Bad Company machine up and over the rail car pyramid. He was almost to the point of no return. So big time air on two wheels again. Bad Company is throwing it down here at the Monster Truck Mayhem World Finals. Clears the double now. Goma, I thought he was going to line up for the not Morgan & Morgan backflip, but he goes and sidesteps it. Bad Company really getting the excitement out of these fans here tonight. Keeping up the momentum, the big time air, the near misses like this, and he brings it around one more time. An incredible job by the Bad Company machine. This has got to take the overall lead. Still got 40 seconds left on the clock. We'll see what he's got in freestyle for these great fans here at the World Finals. So far, so good. Hitting every obstacle that he can. Keeping the floor coverage down to a science. Clearing the double one more time. Bad Company whips it around. Some awesome momentum here, and he's keeping it going. Going to try to set it up for a nice nose wheelie. Gets a little crossed up right there. Had a lot of momentum. Unable to stick the landing. Hard hit right there on the side. We've got about 13 seconds remaining in freestyle, and he's going to call it a day right there in the center of the track. An incredible freestyle job by Bad Company. And going back and looking at the highlights, this I thought he was going to go over early, almost to the point of no return. The rail car kind of saved him right there, and then he crosses up on the double bus jump, slams the side of the truck into that center jump right there, puts it on two wheels, pulls out an incredible save. And again, he gets a little crossed up on that center jump, almost touches the cab of the truck to the dirt down below, and he pulls out an awesome save, clearing the double one more time. And that was some of the highlights from Bad Company. Heading over now to our judges zone. Judge 1 says 9, Judge 2 says 9, Judge 3 says an 8, a total of 26. He is your new overall leader at the Monster Truck Mayhem World Finals. And right now, we have 10 trucks in our field, but here's the overall standings for freestyle so far. Out of the first 5 trucks that have competed, Bad Company with a total of 26. Avenger right behind him with 23, alongside Michigan Ice Monster at 23 as well. The lower half of freestyle is Excalibur and Rampage, subtotaling 21 points apiece. So we still got 5 more trucks left in competition, and Bad Company is going to be tough to beat out here at the World Finals. But right now, it's going to be the debut of Wildside out here. Up and over, lawn dart right there for the Wildside machine. The run almost ended as quickly as it started, and Wildside coming out with a banger of a run so far. He's got to get himself back together, kind of regain that composure, because that intro was hard, and he's going up on the nose, walks it out. What is he doing? He sticks it on the tailgate, spins it around. A two-wheel maneuver that we've never seen on the Monster Truck Mayhem YouTube channel, and that just kind of set the tone for his freestyle run. And after a rocky start, Wildside is really starting to make up the ground here in freestyle, going for the not Morgan to Morgan backflip, lands it, sets it into a moonwalk. Wildside already on a clinic here tonight, and again, after that rough start, we thought he was going to go over after a severe lawn dart over the rail car pyramid. Wildside going to try to walk it out one more time. He tries to stick it on the nose, unable to get it all the way up as he lines up one more time for the not Morgan to Morgan backflip. Awesome job there by the Wildside machine. An incredible run thus far, really putting it on the ragged edge, something we have not seen so far. And Bad Company was the closest we got to it, but Wildside, I do believe, is starting to overtake what Bad Company even just did as he's laying down an awesome run. Big time air, crosses up over the center jump, back now over the car pod, and Wildside putting on a show here for these World Finals fans here on the MTM YouTube channel. One more time now, up and over that center jump on the nose, and he's going to set it down. An incredible job by Wildside. The momentum was there. The air, the almost going over moments, and we thought it was going to happen right here. The very first hit, lawn darts the truck right into the ground. Wildside just putting on an awesome performance. Some big time air over that center jump, sets it up on the nose, walks it back into an incredible moonwalk, walks the combo right here on the rear tire, spins it around, and walks it back up and over the double. And then not to mention the biggest air on the not Morgan to Morgan backflip. An incredible freestyle run. And then looking at our final highlight, he goes up and over the double, sets it on the buses, skates across it, and then lines himself up once again for another not Morgan to Morgan backflip. Just an incredible job by Wildside altogether. One more highlight for you right here. Some big time air. This is what ended the run. He pogos it up, puts it up on one wheel, and sets it down. Awesome job by Wildside. Heading over to our judges zone. A 10, 10, and a 10. A perfect 30 for Wildside. He is your new overall leader at the Monster Truck Mayhem World Finals. So the other competitors can only tie him, but that's going to be a tough run to beat as we get ready to take a look at Little Tiger out of Big Lake, Minnesota. And the clock will start after the first hit. Sky wheelie now over the rail car pyramid. Rides it out into a small slab wheelie right there. Little Tiger already saw what the first 5 competitors have done. He's got his hands full. No pressure. We'll see what he's got. Big time air over that center pod. The Little Tiger, mainly famous for its wheel stands across stadium floors. We'll see what he's got, if he can pull one out here in tonight's freestyle competition. Up and over the van stack now. Nice job by Little Tiger. Again, the camp out of Big Lake, Minnesota. An awesome piece of equipment. Little Tiger going to go up and over the double now. Kind of crossed up right there. Going to ride it out. That's the slap wheelie we were talking about. Awesome job across the stadium floor. Little Tiger known for that. Getting a little out of shape over that car pyramid there. And again, trying to lay down a solid freestyle run. The momentum is actually really well as he crosses up on that center jump. Kind of cased the truck right there. The four-link bars got a little hung up. But like we were saying, the momentum is key out here in freestyle. Looks like he's going to be lining up for the Not Morgan & Morgan backflip. Executes it with perfection. Little Tiger out here putting on a good show for the Monster Truck Mayhem World Finals freestyle competition. He put it on the nose one more time, and now we're back up and over the rail car. Going to line up for the double bust jump. Goes off to the side. Some big air. And I will say, this is a solid freestyle performance. I'm not sure where the judge is going to put him. He's got about 13 seconds left. Up and over the car pod now. Going to try to walk it out into a stoppie. Almost got end over end right there towards the wall protection, and that will shut down Little Tiger for his freestyle run. Got a little harem scarum there in the last little bit of that run. Looking back at the highlights, look at the air up over the backside of that bus stack. Little Tiger absolutely throwing it down here at the World Finals. Hits the Not Morgan & Morgan backflip, lands it with perfect execution. And then we're looking at this final highlight right here. Scales up and over that car stack, puts it on a stoppie, realizes he had a little too much sauce behind him, and he actually throttled out of it to prevent the truck from going over. Looking at the judges' zone, it's going to be 8, 8, and a 7, a total of 24. And that is going to put Little Tiger in the middle of the pack for our freestyle competition. But coming up next, we've got truck number 7 in freestyle. It's the VP Mad Scientist. We'll see what he's got out here in freestyle. The clock starts now. Up and over the first obstacle. We'll see if he can lay down some of the barn burner classics that we've seen out here on the MTM YouTube channel. Up and over the car stack now. VP Mad Scientist already saw the trucks go before him. He realizes the extremes he's got to go as he blasts through the RV. But again, like I said, the extremes he's got to go and push that truck to the limit to lay down an awesome freestyle run. Sets it on the nose. Gonna walk it out into a moonwalk. An incredible job by the VP Mad Scientist. And that just shows the great control that these drivers have over these trucks here in this high-stakes freestyle competition. Up on the side now. Looks like he's going to line up for the rail car jump. Going up and over the side there. Getting a little on two wheels. He brings it back around. And the VP Mad Scientist kind of getting to the point of no return. And he's been saving the truck. We'll see if he can pick that momentum back up one more time over the rail car. Looks like he's going to line up for the double bust jump. Gets a nice smooth downside. Actually cleared the downside lamp. Kind of skates it into the wall protection down there. But again, some more big time air out of the Mad Scientist now. Again, he's starting to pick that momentum up and over the car pyramid on two wheels. And he saves it again here in freestyle. I mean, the momentum that he's actually carrying out here on the track. Nice little slap wheelie right there across the stadium floor. But after the early starts of the run, going to put it on the nose one more time and walk it on back for a moonwalk. Awesome job by the VP Mad Scientist. But again, he started the run off kind of slow. He's made up for it here as he shuts it down on top of the buses here to close out his freestyle run. So filling the clock, the VP Mad Scientist blasted through the RV. He had that truck slinging all over the stadium floor. An incredible job as he, right here, we watch him pogo it up on the nose. He sets it up into a stoppie and walks it back into a moonwalk. Incredible control over that truck. And then right here, looking back at another highlight, he clears the double. And again, he even cleared the downside ramp, kind of a flat landing. And then that final highlight right here to end out the run. Up and over the center jump, pogos it one more time into a stoppie, walks it on back for an awesome moonwalk. An incredible job by the VP Mad Scientist in tonight's freestyle competition. Heading over to the judges' zone, it's going to be a 9, a 10, and a 9, a total of 28 for the VP Mad Scientist. That will put him in second place ahead of Bad Company, but just below the Wildside Chevrolet. Well, next up here in freestyle, it's going to be Gravedigger 19 coming out here for the World Finals. The clock starts now. He saw what the drivers did earlier tonight. He's got to put that truck on the ragged edge, walks it out on the back tires on the downside of that bus stack. The Gravedigger looking to do good things in freestyle, and one thing is for sure, the Gravedigger team has not won a competition out here. An excellent job at the Not Morgan & Morgan backflip, but like I was saying, the Gravedigger team has not won a competition out here on the MTM YouTube channel. Could tonight be the first time they actually get a solid freestyle run and put up the numbers to get an overall championship win. But Gravedigger 19 looking good so far. Nice sky wheelie on the backside of that van stack. He saw what the trucks did earlier tonight. Going to try to stick it on a stop. He spins it around. What a job of the Gravedigger. We've never seen anything like that out here. He kind of pirouettes the truck on one tire. We've never seen anything like that, but he saw what these guys did earlier tonight. He's got to step it up and try to take home this Freestyle Championship. Gravedigger keeping up with some awesome momentum. Going to hit the car pyramid now. Going to try to walk it out into a nice slap wheelie across the stadium floor. Gravedigger 19. One of the most well-built trucks out here in our competition on this channel. The Gravedigger machine throwing it down. Going to try to clear the double. Nice job. He's going to line up for the not Morgan & Morgan backflip one more time with a little twist on it. Gets kicked off to the side. The Gravedigger has 13 seconds left in freestyle. The wheel comes off over the rail car pyramid and turns it over here tonight in freestyle. And that'll wrap it up for Team Gravedigger. Left about 8 seconds left on the clock. Look at these highlights up and over the rail car to get us started. Got a slight bobble right there coming off that jump. And then right here, the not Morgan & Morgan backflip kicks it off to the side. Incredible job by Team Gravedigger. And again, we're not sure if it's going to be enough to beat out Wildside. Watch right here. He tried to set it up for a stoppie. Got a little kicked off, so that may have hurt him, not capitalizing on landing that move. And then right here over the car pyramid, walks out an incredible slap wheelie like we've seen many other trucks do here tonight, but dragging the wheelie bar across the stadium floor. Gravedigger was throwing it down one more time, up and over, clearing the double, sets it on back down, rides out a nice little slap wheelie, and then capitalizes the combo with a not Morgan & Morgan backflip, getting a little twisted off the side there. And then right here, the final hit, breaking off the left front tire, sent him off a little cattywampus over the rail car pyramid and turns it over for these great fans here tonight in our freestyle competition at the World Finals. Looking at the judges' zone, it's going to be a 10, 10, and a 9. He's going to be 1 point shy of the overall freestyle championship, so Wildside is still our leader. The Gravedigger coming up just short. I'd like to know what those judges are eating up there in that popcorn stand, because I thought that was a solid 30 all the way around for Team Gravedigger. But nonetheless, we're on to our final competitor, the Equalizer machine. We haven't seen him out here in freestyle. Awesome sky wheelie up and over the van stack now. He's already seen what the previous 9 drivers have done. He's going to try to lay down a barn burner for these great World Finals fans here on the Monster Truck Mayhem YouTube channel. And again, Equalizer has his hands full after watching the previous runs. He knows he's got to lay down an instant classic, and so far, the air and the maneuvers and the momentum have been key for this Equalizer run. Going to try to set it up for a moonwalk, unable to get it. It looks like the brakes tried to lock up on him right there. Just the dirt gave out underneath him. Hits the not Morgan & Morgan backflip. Excellent rotation. Equalizer throwing it down here at the Monster Truck Mayhem World Finals. Up and over the car pyramid now. Going to get a little out of shape with the truck, and you see that suspension really going to work here in freestyle tonight. Equalizer sets it on the nose, walks it on back. He was a little hesitant right there, but nonetheless does pull out a nice stoppie, clears the double with an incredible downside. Equalizer laying it down here for these World Finals fans. Awesome job so far, getting a little out of shape with the truck one more time. And he's going to walk it up on the not Morgan & Morgan backflip. Over on the side, he's going to cut it short. He turns it over on the car pyramid. 20 seconds remain, it looked like, on the clock. Looking back at the highlights now, up and over the rail car right here, sets it on down, rides out into a nice little slap wheelie, and then again, moving over to our next highlight, gets the huge air on the not Morgan & Morgan backflip. Again, awesome rotation. He was just all out of shape with the truck. Anything you'd want to see out here in a freestyle run, he did just that. A little hesitant right there on the stop. He sets it on down, and then the final jump that took him out with 20 seconds left on the clock, it was almost like there was a hole in the top of those cars. It kicked him over. Equalizer turns it on over. Looking at the judges' zone, it's going to be a 9, 9, and a 9. A total of 27 for the Equalizer machine here in tonight's freestyle competition. So, Wildside came out earlier tonight. He scored a perfect 30, and he is your overall winner here in our freestyle competition for our Monster Truck Mayhem World Finals. In second place is going to be Team Gravedigger with 29, VP Mad Scientist with 28, Equalizer with 27, and then the bottom 5 of our freestyle competition, Bad Company with 26, Little Tiger with 24, Avenger and Ice Monster with 23, and then Excaliber and Rampage at the bottom with just 21 points. But your overall winner in the first ever Monster Truck Mayhem World Finals freestyle competition is going to be Wildside. Well, thank you guys for coming out and enjoying a 10-truck show here at the first ever Monster Truck Mayhem World Finals. Be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and also leave a comment down below. Maybe you want to see something on the channel in the future. We're always reading the comments and seeing what you guys are suggesting. Again, thank you guys for the continued support of this brand new channel. A lot of work and effort goes into putting these videos together. We're not just out here getting a compilation of first-person videos. Again, a lot of effort goes into designing these tracks and giving you, the viewer at home, the best quality video we can out of a monster truck destruction video game. Again, thank you guys so much. We hope to hear from you soon down in the comment section. And be sure, if you have not already, crush that subscribe button, and we'll catch you on our next video.